Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre mind. The mediocre mind is incapable of understanding the man who refuses to bow blindly to conventional prejudices and chooses instead to express his opinions courageously and honestly. Elberd Einstein. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Elberd Einstein. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Elberd Einstein. Information is not knowledge. Elberd Einstein. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Elberd Einstein. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Elberd Einstein. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Elberd Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Elberd Einstein. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Elberd Einstein. Without deep reflection, one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. Elberd Einstein. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Elberd Einstein. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men, towards objective things. Elberd Einstein. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. Elberd Einstein. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Elberd Einstein. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Elberd Einstein. You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. Elberd Einstein. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Elberd Einstein. The true side of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Elberd Einstein. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Elberd Einstein. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Elberd Einstein. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Elberd Einstein. Anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. Elberd Einstein. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. Elberd Einstein. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. Elberd Einstein. Pure mathematics is, in its way, poetry of logical ideas. Elberd Einstein. A human being is part of a whole called by us the universe. Elberd Einstein. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Elberd Einstein. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Elberd Einstein. Truth is what stands the test of experience. Elberd Einstein. Common sense is nothing more than a deposit of prejudices laid down in the mind before you reach 18. Elberd Einstein. The only source of knowledge is experience. Elberd Einstein. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits. Elberd Einstein. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge but can never prove how it got there. Elberd Einstein. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Elberd Einstein. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Elberd Einstein. Human beings must have action, and they will make it if they cannot find it. Elberd Einstein. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Elberd Einstein. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. Elberd Einstein. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Elberd Einstein. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Elberd Einstein. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Elberd Einstein. I think and think for months and years. 99 times the conclusion is false. The 100th time I am right. Elberd Einstein. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. Elberd Einstein. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Elberd Einstein. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Elberd Einstein. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. Elberd Einstein. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. Elberd Einstein. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Elberd Einstein. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Elberd Einstein. Life is like riding a bicycle. Keep your balance, you must keep moving. Elberd Einstein. Small is the number of people who see with their eyes and think with their mind. Elberd Einstein. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Elberd Einstein. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Elberd Einstein. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. Elberd Einstein. A man should look for what is and not for what he thinks should be. Elberd Einstein. Two things are infinite: universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Elberd Einstein. Person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Elberd Einstein. Few people are capable of expressing with equanimity opinions which differ from the prejudices of their social environment. Most people are even incapable of forming such opinion. Elberd Einstein. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. Elberd Einstein. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. Elberd Einstein. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Elberd Einstein. I never think of the future. Comes soon enough. Elberd Einstein. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. Elberd Einstein. Most teachers waste their time by asking questions that are intended to discover what a pupil does not know, whereas the true art of questioning is to discover what the pupil does know or is capable of knowing. Elberd Einstein. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Elberd Einstein. As a human being, one has been endowed with just enough intelligence to be able to see clearly how utterly inadequate that intelligence is when confronted with what exists. Elberd Einstein. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Elberd Einstein. I very rarely think in words at all. Thought comes, and I may try to express it in words after. Elberd Einstein. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Elberd Einstein. Memory is deceptive because it is colored by today's events. Elberd Einstein. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Elberd Einstein. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist. Right. Elberd Einstein. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Elberd Einstein. Nothing happens until something moves. Elberd Einstein. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Elberd Einstein. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Elberd Einstein. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? Elberd Einstein. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. Elberd Einstein. Clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. Elberd Einstein. A true genius admits that he/she knows nothing. Elberd Einstein. Which quote resonated with you the most? Comment below. So my all guys, please like, subscribe.